Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is week 4 of my FTMO challenge. I hope everyone had a great week last week. I definitely did. I won a trade on EU by selling it, and a lot of you in the comments actually told me to not be selling it, and I understand why, obviously, because it's been uptrending for months now. But that is the thing about WeTradeWave's system that I trade, is that I understand the higher degree of the system, and I actually understand where the next big move will come from. So that is why I was looking for sales, because that big push down, I'm sure a lot of people were in buys around that period and missed out on it, or even lost money trying to trade in the opposite direction. But I sold right from the top and I made 1 to 4 in it. I even could have held it longer, but that's where my own personal psychology came in and influenced it a little bit, which I'll discuss a little bit later on. I'm going to show you quickly on my FTMO account here that it was actually a real trade, just before any of you in the comments say you don't believe I actually took it. So let's scroll down here. It is right here. 29th of August is when I closed it. So that was the Thursday, I believe, top of my head. One trade, 1.65 lots, 1,600. So this is a 200k account. So that was around 0.8% profit. I only risked 0.2%. It wasn't a lot. And I am actually discuss why I risked so little on that trade. Now, that is my own fault. I actually should have risked more because of how I entered. I should have risked more, but I didn't, because I recently last week took 2.5% loss, and in my own head, I wasn't confident to risk more, and that is a bad thing. You don't want that in trading. You know, you don't want your losers or winners to influence your next coming trades, because that is not how probability works, and trading is all about probability and not exactly knowing where the market will go. So you need to always risk accordingly to make sure it can play out in the long term. But I didn't do that. I reduced my risk in this time, and it didn't work out for me, because that 1 to 4 could have easily been 2% or more profit, but instead it was 0.8%. So now let's quickly move back onto TradingView here. So now we can see this big drop. If you guys watched my last week video, you'll know I was looking for sells all around here. All the time it was going up, I was selling it. I lost a fair amount actually by selling it. I lost 1% here actually, believe it or not. If you watched my last video, you understand why. I took a daily candle and I lost it, unfortunately. So here is my actual entry. This is my trade that I took, 1 to 4. And I entered off this 4-hour candle at the top. Now, I should have actually risked more, because I entered on the 4-hour time frame. It's a lot of a higher degree, basically, and not the lower ones I was looking at previously. So I actually should have risked 0.5 or even possibly 1% on this trade. Now, if I risked 1%, that would have been a 4% return, and 0.5 would have been 2%. But that is something to learn for next time. You know, I need to make sure I'm confident with myself, trust myself, understand my bias, because obviously I knew what my bias was. It was sells, and it came in, and I'm still going to look for more sells next week and the week after, most likely, because I think this is actually going to keep trending down now for quite a long time. I was just trying to get at the tip top of that selling position. Now, you may be asking why I got out a little bit early here, and I should have held it for longer, because if I held it all the way to currently where it is, it would have been 5.6% to 1, but I got out early. Now, why did I get out early? Now, this is actually my own fault. I didn't want to lose that profit I gained, and I also expect after we get a break for there to be a correction and some sort of messing about, or even a potential reversal to break the top again. But we didn't get that, kept selling off throughout all the news. And realistically, on the lower time frame also, I mean, you guys won't understand this, because you don't, like 99% of you watching this won't understand the WeTradeWaves concept and how it works. But there's actually no reason in here for me to sell. This is actually the only point right here I might have got out, but I didn't get out here. I got out here on this candle here. But the only actual potential place I could have got out is right here at 4 p.m. on Thursday. But again, it didn't move that far and sold off once again. So looking back at it, I can't see exactly why I got out, right? If you wanted to sell not from where I sold, but at the top here, you would have been looking at this correction here, which everyone in the WeTradeWaves community saw for the sells. It was very easy to see. And also this correction here, once again, on the lower degree from more sells. And this one, I believe we might have a little correction like so here as well for this sell. But these corrections are all interpreted in your own way. But they're very clear to WeTradeWave traders. Everyone saw this in the community, and everyone knew this sell was coming and waiting for it. If we quickly actually go over to the YouTube comments here, where on my last video, so week 3 is my last video, right? If we scroll down through some of the comments, I'm going to read some of them out, because a lot of people said, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to scrap my trading system, which doesn't make any sense. none of you know how We Trade Waves works unless you're actually in the pro membership and pay for it. You will not understand how it works. It's a very advanced trading system. So you have people saying like, I mean, this person actually is looking for the sell as well, and that's fair enough. They might understand it also. But like, there are some people saying here, for example, right here, you need to change your setup, learn market structure, and redo the whole thing. I do not need to redo the whole thing. I do understand what I'm doing. I understand my edge. You simply do not understand my edge, okay? A lot of people are commenting before they even understand what I'm doing. I tried to explain it in the video, saying how I can't actually explain how this works, as their system is invented by the two mentors in there and is completely copyrighted by any educational content, as it should be. They put the years and years and years understanding this and developing it. They should obviously have complete right to not let anyone else teach this. And I understand that completely, because I wouldn't want anyone stealing my ideas and selling it off for their own. So I can't actually explain how it works, but I do encourage you to join them if you really want to learn how to trade properly. You know, I've got a link below, referral link, if you want to support me and support the channel and also learn and advance your trading to the next level. Here's another comment here, actually. You should be buying, not selling EU. The market is an uptrend. I mean, fair enough. It is an uptrend. I do understand that, but that is where We Trade Waves comes in. I understand the higher time frame. When I say higher time frame, I mean daily and even weekly time frame of where the market is going to go, okay? Yeah, there are so many, like, why are you selling in a bullish market? Bro, look for a new strategy and always follow the trends. I understand this, okay? I understand why you're looking for buys. I do understand it. You're an uptrend, that's fair enough. But you guys are talking about a much lower degree. I'm talking about how you catch the reversal of a much higher degree, and you can sit in these positions that I'm talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks, a incredible amount of time, if you actually understand the higher bias, which a lot of you clearly don't if you're commenting saying, why am I selling in this position? Now, sorry for a little bit of a rant there. It is just a little bit annoying when you have people commenting where they don't even understand how it works. Obviously, if I told you how this worked and you said I'm making mistakes, that is fair enough. But I haven't been making any mistakes because I'm selling based on the strategies given to me by We Trade Waves and also the bias that we all are seeing in the market. And it played out. It sold off. What a surprise. This has been tested time and time again to work. Now, what I'll be looking for next week actually is potentially a correction to this anywhere around here for more selling. Now, who knows where this will actually go? It could correct up, sell off one more time, then break the top. We have to wait and see. You can't know that far in advance. That is a possibility, but until that happens, I'm going to keep looking for sells, because a much bigger selling is potential on the euro, dollar, and also any other dollar pair. If we go on DXY here, actually, the reason I'm selling it is because of this structure right here. If we look at it on the daily, this is the structure I'm selling, and it's the opposite on euro. So this could potentially, that is a key word, go all the way up here and break this top. Now look how much of a move that would be if you cause it from the bottom. It's crazy, isn't it? You only understand this and this advanced degree if you're in We Trade Waves. I'm sorry to say it, but you do. Now, this week, in a way, has been good and bad for me. I won a 1-to-4, one trade of the week. Euro sold it all week. 1-to-4. I honestly should still be holding it. I should be. The reason I didn't is because of my own psychology, and I also should have risked more than I did. These are things I need to notice and really think about next time. I mean, for future, it's always good to progress and learn in trading. I think that's what's important. You always need to keep learning. Keep learning from your lessons, learning from your mistakes, and implementing them forwards in order to develop a better trader than yourself, okay? So I'll learn from these mistakes. I know if I'm taking this on next time, this exact same setup, I'll be risking slightly more because of the actual higher time frame that I'm trading on, and I really should be risking more. 0.2% is not a lot to risk, especially after I just lost 2.5% the previous week. So I'm still down on this challenge since I've been documenting it the past few weeks. Obviously, 0.8% over the week isn't a lot, but profit is profit. You know, I cannot really complain, but I will complain about me managing it and actually getting out too early, I think. So if you haven't actually seen my previous video on my losing week, then you could check it out on screen now. Subscribe if you're new, like the video, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.